Hey, beautiful. So, I did a video previously where I spoke to you guys about the solar plexus, the energy center in the body that governs personal power. So, we're energy, right? And we're constantly creating our reality, and these energy centers in our bodies are associated with certain areas in our lives, how we experience, perceive, and interact with various relationships within our lives. And we're constantly projecting that energy into those spaces. So it's really helpful to know which energy center governs what, because if you find there's a lot of contrast or challenges in a particular area of your life, then you can go back to paying attention to the body, because the energy center is within the body, and you'll know exactly where to go to nourish and nurture and support yourself. So I want to continue talking about personal power here, because I think it's really important. And I said in the previous video that every relationship, all of this life, I mean, we're not on an island. We're interacting, establishing and creating connections in a multitude of ways. And all of those relationships, money, home, the earth, the planet, food, all of that is symbolic of an aspect of your relationship, of yourself and your relationship with yourself. So personal power is really, really important to have a healthy life experience, okay? Not perfect, just healthy. The journey, however, does present some challenges. There's nothing simple about developing self understanding, independence, and self respect, even though the journey consists of only 4 stages. Like I said previously, I spoke about the 4 stages in the previous video. The third chakra, or the solar plexus, the energy center that is the solar plexus, is filled with the energy of our personal ambitions, our sense of responsibility, and our respect for our strength and our weakness, as well as our fears and secrets that we are not ready to face. Because we are often driven with personal conflicts, we meet the spiritual challenge to become empty in order to be made full. This is shadow work, where you are willing to meet with every aspect of yourself, where you are willing to sit with how life mirrors your truth, to become familiar with your shadows and your demons, your perceived monsters, and to get to know them and understand them and individuate all these parts of you in order to ignite your personal power. So I want to give you some questions for self-reflection, and you'll be able to sit with these questions, witness how you feel in response to the question, what thoughts come up, what feelings they ignite, and this will give you an indication of where you are with this energy center. Okay. Do you like yourself? If not, what don't you like about yourself and why? What would you change if you could? Are you actively working to change the things about yourself that you don't like? Number 2, are you honest? Do you sometimes misrepresent the truth? Maybe just tweak it a bit. If so, why? Number 3, are you critical of others? Do you need to blame others as a way of protecting yourself? Number 4, are you able to admit it when you are wrong? Are you open to feedback from other people about yourself? You know, this is an interesting correlation because in the 4 stages of developing perfect personal power, of that initiation through the solar plexus, narcissism is one of the stages. And if you do not grow, continue to grow and expand, if you get stuck there, then you can have some of these tendencies. And it will be interesting to see how radically honest you can be with yourself, because it is easy for us to see these characteristics in other people. Please keep in mind, when I talk about narcissist, I'm talking about an energy characteristics. I'm not talking about the clinical diagnosis, okay? That is a serious condition, or let's say personality disorder, mental health issue. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people who have those characteristics, with those types of characteristics reveal itself in the personality when they're going through crisis or conflict, particularly. So, are you able to admit when you are wrong? Is it uncomfortable for you to admit when you are wrong? Are you open to feedback from other people about yourself? Then, number 5. Do you need the approval of others? If so, why? Do you consider yourself strong or weak? Are you afraid of taking care of yourself? Number 7. Have you ever allowed yourself to be in a relationship with a person you didn't really love, but it seemed better than being alone? Number 8. Do you respect yourself? Can you decide to make changes in your lifestyle and then stick to your commitment? Do you keep your promises to yourself? Or have you told yourself, I'm not going to do that anymore, it's not good for me, it doesn't work, but found yourself going back on that promise, compromising, making excuses? Number 9. Are you afraid of responsibility? Or do you feel responsible for everything and everyone? And then 10. Are you continually wishing your life were different? If so, are you doing anything to change it? Or have you resigned yourself to your situation? Have you just decided this is the way it is? These questions should give you a great opportunity for self-reflection, to see where you are. At one point or another, we can all identify or resonate with these questions. Perhaps not admitted to other people, but to ourselves. And if you're able to admit it to yourself, and perhaps even though you feel a little bit triggered, you're still here, I think you're closer to being in a position where you're able to facilitate some healing for yourself. I think you're ready. Tell me what you think.